Okay, so we're in the middle of the Ascension chapter, and also of a darkness cycle. The first thing I want to tell you about is the differences between the darkness cycle and the daylight cycle. The first difference is, during the darkness cycle, you cannot explore new terrain tiles, so you're limited to the single map you've just built. The second difference is, during the daylight cycle, you can move one tile into known or unknown terrain, and during the darkness cycle, you can move two tiles in known terrain. These are two huge differences that facilitate close combat, for example. The second thing is, during the Ascension chapter, there is a very important moment. It is the moment where you discover who you are and unlock a special profile, allowing you to have further special rules and powers. You finally realize who you are in this world and why you're here. In order to represent that, each special profile has a number and type of active mutations you require in order to unlock it. The first player that activates the number and type of mutations corresponding to one of these special profiles immediately activates it, regardless of another player activating that same number and type of mutations later on. So, I've just activated my third and last mutation, called Mind Control, which is a soul mutation, leading me to have 2 soul mutations and 1 body mutation active. When I check the several special profiles, I see that I've just activated Magnus Zor. Magnus is a very special character. It is a paladin that has special abilities. It says, when activated, Magnus immediately draws 1 companion card. So I get 1 companion card for free. Also, when attacking, opponents must test for stealth before combat. This is good, because I can deal with low-controlled opponents better than I deal with others. Also, I roll +1 base combat dice for each opponent's superstition tokens. So opponents that are already heavily filled with superstition will become easy targets for me. Now, the second thing I do when I activate a special profile beyond reading it is that I immediately change my turn sequence. I add the special profile card to my dashboard, replacing the area where the turn sequence was. Notice that the turn sequence for Magnus Zor may be slightly different from the turn sequence that was generic to me and my opponent during the first chapter. I will now follow this turn sequence instead of the other. Now, my opponent has also activated, right after me, his last mutation, which is the healer mutation, a body mutation, leading him to have 2 geotype mutations and 1 body type mutation. When I check the special profiles, I see that my opponent is Terramorph. Terramorph is also a very special character. He deals with opponents' mutations in a very effective way, disabling them temporarily. So I've also added his special profile card to his dashboard.